So first off, in Cryptoblades Kingdoms, you're going to have your initial village. So this is directly from the alpha test. Obviously, it was taken yesterday. And it's somebody who has a fairly developed, they must have been cheating, resource farms. So this is kind of like your central hub where you can be interacting with all of your different buildings, such as your town hall, which is going to be um, um, kind of you have to upgrade your town hall up to a certain level in order for the other buildings to be able to exceed that. So it's kind of like the main blocker for just having a million clay and a million wood and everything like that. So there's like a certain form of progression which the town hall pretty much dictates. Headquarters for generals. Generals are your Cryptoblades characters that you'll be able to import into Cryptoblades Kingdoms. The Barracks obviously is where you can be constructing different units, which we'll get into in a little bit. And then we have the different resources like the stone mine, clay pit, forest camp, the church for missionaries. So you're going to be, there's 1 million lands, but there's over 25 million lands. There's 1 million lands that will ever be for sale in Cryptoblades Kingdoms. There's over 25 million lands that reside within the world. And this is going to be for sending missionaries out to claim those and expand your reach. We have the storehouse, which is for all of your the max amount of resources that you can actually store. So the farms and things like that are for how fast you can actually accumulate them. And then the storehouse is, hey, if I want to be able to store it up, kind of like almost like maybe increasing your total stamina in as far as Cryptoblades goes, but allows you to hold even more of all of your different resources. And of course, anything that I'm sharing, I would definitely reference the wiki for the most up-to-date information as things change, because as we mentioned, this is all within the alpha. Some things are going to be adjusted. Some things are going to maybe go away. I think a lot of the things that we're sharing here are things that are fairly final, but I just want to state that at the end of the day, all of this is subject to change, and this is just what we have released right now. The Smithy, this is something that's not in the alpha yet, but it's for for different equipment and things like that. This is interesting. So because the game is, it takes a longer time. So for example, even just the town hall that is being built or upgraded by whatever cheater here was playing yesterday. That's 43 minutes, for example. The world also is humongous. So traveling to different, even neighboring villages is going to take some time, let alone longer villages. And so the rally point is for sort of navigating your armies across the larger span of the world. The farm, we kind of already went over that. That's another resource here. The stash is for, so you can lose your resources, right? If you get raided or attacked by another player, like I have already been attacked about 20 times. They are currently farming me for all of the resources that I've gained. So that's in case I want to actually have something. I should probably just invest in a hidden stash right away, actually. Defense against the troops, same thing. Kroge's going to need one of these. The trading post is for trading with other players. So the entire economy of the game is all within Cryptoblades Kingdoms, meaning the resources and things like that and the earning potential is based on the peer-to-peer trading activity. And as players are earning different resources, upgrading their armies, raiding other players, things like that, they can be selling those resources directly to other players for King. I believe that there is a broader market which is used for King and Gold, so I won't say too much about that. And of course, the developers can kind of chime in and things like that. But I know that there's an area that you actually have to travel to in order to exchange for gold, which is kind of like the in-game King. It helps save on gas costs by not having an exceptional amount of of transactions. Here we have some of the armies. We have your spearmen. Each of these 5 units, by the way, has different pros, cons, strengths, even pricing. So some of them require just wood, some of them require wood and clay and stone and everything like that. And it will tell you sort of how much you can build based on your current resources. We have archers, paladins, mages, and mercenaries. The mercenaries are the ones that got totally demolished when I was trying to kill the barbarian village. And then they can all haul different amounts of loot too, which is really interesting. So if you are, for example, with my mercenaries, they can't haul very much loot, but they don't really have weaknesses, which is a real plus. But you're going to probably want a certain variety. And if you survive a battle, you can actually see what the makeup of the other enemy was. And I've been told this probably is down the line that you can be scouting for other armies and things like that ahead of time to maybe see what kind of makeup you want to send to those villages. Here's the messages that come in through the system. So let's say you sent out a couple of armies overnight and you wanted to see how they did. You can actually get reports on all of those, as well as just simply messaging or spamming. I don't even want to know what my inbox looks like right now, but you can be just taking track of all of the different actions that you've taken in the game over the duration of time. This is the initial screen for checking out who's around you. So as you can see, like these red dots are the barbarians. Those are the villages that you can pillage if you're strong enough. And as I mentioned, sometimes these barbarian villages are actually quite strong and will wipe out your entire army. The blue is other players. So, if you're playing the game, for example, you're going to say, oh, where's Kroge? Okay, well, I'm going to, only attack him. And then white would be the villages in addition to your primary village or the current village that you own. There it is. See, they're already spotting me, Kroge Slug. That's me. And then you'll give certain commands of how many of the units you actually want to be sending out to each of them. Here's a little bit of a view of what it looks like. Perfect. See, there it is. Victory, HUDs, defeated Kroge Slug, and looks like killed my entire army. Fun. So fun. Granted, this was March 28th. At least it was pre-alpha, but we'll wait and see how many times I've been attacked so far. We're going to send out reports every day of how many different units people have trained or how many resources people have, battles they've won, or there's a variety that we're going to be publishing. It may not be those exact ones, but you'll be able to sort of track how everybody's doing. And then those are the resources that HUD stole from me. So fun. But don't worry, I will have the last laugh. I will somehow, some way, try and scratch my way back to the top. So that's a little bit about what you can expect from the alpha test. All of this is kind of the tip of the iceberg as far as what the full vision for Cryptoblades Kingdoms is, and I wanted to make sure that everybody sort of understands the how you earn in the game, where we're currently at. I'm so excited that we finally have something that we can get our hands on and play. As we start to get into more testing, we'll be opening it up to additional testers until finally, we're able to have something public, which we'll keep everybody up to speed on.